Hi, everybody. This is Greg Gimeno, attorney with Chesapeake Wills and Trust. And today we're going to talk about asset protection. Okay, when we talk about asset protection, the majority of people who come to us to protect their assets are trying to protect their assets in the event that they go into a nursing home. So we deal with people in a pre-planning situation, meaning a lot of times they're healthy, they're looking to do an estate plan that protects their assets so they can distribute things onto their kids or to their next generation. So the way that we do asset protection from an estate planning standpoint is by trust planning. Now, we have other videos where we talk about what we call revocable trust. And just have a little recap right here. This is a revocable trust. It's a open box, and you can take your house and you title the name of your trust. If you have, say, Coca-Cola stock, you can put that in your trust. Or you have your bank accounts. We put those into the revocable trust, and you can reach in and use any of that money that you want to. I call the revocable trust the hokey pokey of trust because you can put things in and you can take things out. Now, revocable trusts are great for many things, for planning, for tax reasons. All those things are really good for revocable trust. However, revocable trust does not provide any asset protection. So to do asset protection, we need to look at what we call doing irrevocable trust planning. So anything that's inside of a revocable trust, anything that you can put your hands on and take out, is considered an available resource for you if you go to apply for Medicaid. So as we talked about in other videos, from Medicaid, you can only have $2,500 if you are a single person in order to qualify for Medicaid. That means you'd have to basically spend down all of your money to get down to $2,500. When you got down to $2,500, Medicaid would start paying for your nursing home care. So how do we protect that in advance? Well, I'm going to show you the difference between a revocable and an irrevocable trust. Or irrevocable trust is also what we call an asset protection trust. Here it is. I'm going to do it one time. It's sort of the magic of the internet. Here we go. Now, I have created an asset protection trust, an irrevocable trust, putting that lid on top of the trust. All right, so now I can't get into those assets. And since I can't reach my hand into the box and put those things directly back into my pocket, those assets are protected from nursing home care. So what do we look at? What do most people do in terms of protecting their assets in advance of ever getting sick? Well, a lot of times people will take their house, that is their primary asset, and they will put their house into some type of asset protection trust. If it is in the asset protection trust for more than 5 years, before you need to go into a nursing home, whatever you place into that asset protection trust is not considered an available resource for you, and that is something that you do not have to spend down in order to qualify for nursing home care. So let's say you have a $300,000 house. You place your $300,000 house into the asset protection trust, and 10 years later you wind up going into a nursing home. Medicaid does not make you spend down that $300,000 house. Doesn't make you sell it. They can't put a lien on it because it is not your property. It is the property of your asset protection trust. And that is that much faster. You get to the $2,500 limit, and now you have things to leave to your kids or to the next generation. So that is asset protection from an estate planning perspective in terms of nursing home care. Now, there are other people who are interested in asset protection in the event that they get sued, let's say. People in certain professions, let's say doctors, will want to protect assets in the event that they wind up getting sued. So once you create an asset protection trust, an irrevocable trust, okay, once you create that, anything you put in there is automatically protected from your future creditors. Now, if you owe $1 million to somebody, you can't create an asset protection trust, throw $1 million in there and it's protected, but it will protect you from future creditors. So there you have it. That is what we talk about asset protection. And the two main things people are worried about for asset protection is asset protection from nursing home. How can we protect our house? How can we protect our life savings? Or asset protection in the event that you wind up getting sued. Now, if you're on YouTube, like this video or subscribe and to get notified of other videos as we post them. Thank you very much for watching our video, and we'll see you next time.